a contestant in Nansana who was bidding for the mayoral seat, and he was denied the ticket. He came out and said, I paid my 10 million.
Who is that?
We've had the case of...
on social media. They were like, who is that? Please tell us. Don't jump onto another one.
Which contestant are you saying said they paid 10 million and to who?
Chizito, if I could check my records right.
Now he's just coming up with names. Chizito.
I thought you did your research before coming for this.
No, I did.
So you tell me, who is the contestant who you're saying paid 10 million and to who?
It's a sight to behold. Hey, I love chef's kiss. I love this kind of stuff. Inject more in my veins.
To one of the seniors in the party.
Who paid the 10 million? They don't have a name?
I'll get you the name in
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live.
All right. This is what went down in September 2024 on NBS TV's Morning Breeze when Simon Njala, the host, was hosting Joel Ssenyonyi, the leader of opposition, who doubles as the spokesperson for the National Unity Platform. This is what went down.
There's a challenge.
You are equally not innocent on this.
How so?
We gather you have a sister-in-law who is working at Parliament.
We gather you have a sister-in-law who works in Parliament.
Sister-in-law of mine?
Yes.
Who is my
Whose
sister-in-law?
recruitment is also irregular in a way.
Who's...
Sister-in-law would mean a sister to my wife. Who is that?
Yes.
A sister to my wife. Who is that?
Have you heard of these reports?
I'm hearing it from you.
I'm hearing it from you.
So
well, now you're here.
You're here. Don't run around.
You're the one saying it, so you tell me who is my sister-in-law
Who is my sister-in-law? Questioning Simon Njala, the allegations.
that works at Parliament or whatever. Who is that?
Who is that?
We have gathered reports.
Now you tell me what you have gathered.
Is it true
Tell me what you have gathered.
or false?
Is it true or false? Tell me what you have gathered.
Which sister-in-law of mine are you talking about? Of course it is false, but now that you're saying it, because I don't want you to be like a propagandist Simon Njala. When you say, on this show is taken seriously by people out there, you have said
This is 2024, last year, September, almost a year.
that you have gathered information that I have a sister-in-law working in Parliament.
Yes.
So I'm challenging you to name who that sister-in-law of mine is.
Name who that sister-in-law is.
Well, it's been mentioned.
So you mention it here. Don't just
You mentioned it here.
talk like a propagandist. You have said it here.
Okay.
So I am challenging you.
Is
Mention
it
the
true
name.
or false? that
Is it true or false? Okay.
told
you have a
you
sister-in-law?
it is false.
Okay,
But
good.
now you
we can move
We can move on. No. There's no moving on.
don't run away
Don't run
from
away.
it. Who you're saying you have incredible
You have gathered. Yes.
evidence about it. Mention
What is the information, the piece of information in your gathering?
the name
How
of my
was your
sister-in-law.
publicist recruited as well?
So have you now considered that you were just being a propagandist?
No.
It's not
I
considered.
picked. It's what we are picking.
So what
from
have
the
you picked?
exhibition.
What's the name?
We are here to get the name.
What's the name? We are yet to know. That is 2024. Okay?
So if you don't have any information, you be quiet. Talk about things you know, Simon.
Okay.
Okay. That is actually waving his white flag saying, hey, man, you just eviscerated my talking point here. Now, this is 2025, September.
Why I'm here.
Let's deal with the
So
Mugabe.
raise the allegations. No. Before we go to what you're calling unfairness, because you have made several claims here and previously that there's been corruption and so on.
1 year later, looks like he's not learned any lesson.
I am here. Are you afraid of me or what? You tell me.
Are you afraid of me? Come on. Ssenyonyi.
No, I'm not afraid of you.
Oh, I'm not afraid of you.
So you have said that there is a contestant in Nansana who paid 10 million shillings to
Yes.
get a flag.
Yes.
Tell me the name and who they paid money to.
Just give me a second. I'll do.
Just give me a second. Look, when I say that probably he didn't learn any lesson is you've got to have information, especially looking at what happened a year ago. You should be ready because, you know, if you make these baseless allegations and accusations, this man is going to ask you, please, can you give me the receipts?
do that in just a second.
I am here. I'll wait.
Because for starters, it's been making rounds all over social media.
Okay, let's deal with what you know, Simon. You see, I've told you before.
No, it's not about what I know, but it's an allegation where we thought as a party you would come out in the name of accountability.
But you see, you can't even tell me who.
The air.
You can't tell me who. Oh my God. This is a mic drop moment. And now, are you ready for the show? Let's go.
You're watching Mordecai Marissa Live Political Commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
And yes, indeed, presenting to you from these United States of America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching me from. My name is Mordecai Marissa, and you're watching Mordecai Marissa Live. Absolutely. Thank you so much from wherever you're watching me from. Please just go on and enjoy joining the family, the Mordecai Marissa Live community. How do you do that? By hitting the subscription button. Make sure that you do hit that like button to trigger the algorithms of YouTube to recommend this video to so many other people out there. I don't know the magic, the algorithms magic. But you can do that magic by just liking the video, comment, and please, if you find it worth, share it with folks out there. My name is Mordecai Marissa Sir Owechitibwa. Recently, I took on a few titles. Owechitibwa Mutekete kwa Mugalatia, VVIP. Copying my elder, Matthias Simpuga. Just having fun here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we continue to demand the granting of freedom to our brother, the deputy spokesperson of the National Unity Platform, Alex Waiswa-Mufumbiro, who was abducted yesterday. It is very unfortunate that, we normalize these kind of things, And that's what I mentioned when I posted on my Facebook. One of the reasons to create an environment where people are extremely afraid. And how do you make them afraid is by being mean and rude and cruel. And they're able to witness this cruelty and meanness and rudeness. But the dangers of creating that kind of a society is you end up desensitizing people. And once a society is desensitized, it is teetering on a brink of a complete collapse. Because there comes a time when nobody is actually afraid. And I do not understand why folks within our security organs or even Ugandans, especially people of goodwill, have not realized that it has never worked. You can go back and read history from Genghis Khan, read history of Stalin or Mao Zedong, or read Adolf Hitler, Mobutu Sese Seko, Yahya Jammeh, Idi Amin, Gaddafi, to mention but a few. It never works. In the end, it collapses because you know why? It is a house of cards. The foundation is never steady, is never strong. So when we talk about the demanding for justice to political opponents who are being targeted because of their political affiliation, we are saying, can we have all the voices of Ugandans raising their voices? Because in the end, if you don't, it's knocking on your door. Denying due process to citizens is not a partisan issue that, I won't demand for due process for Alex Waiswa-Mufumbiro because I don't belong to the NUP. Come on. You could be implicated, you could be arrested for other stuff that have nothing to do with politics. And once due process is not granted to you, you won't have any person to blame because you know why? When that kind of culture was being established, you decided to go mute. So raise your voice. Raise your voice. Speak up. Speak up and speak out. It doesn't really matter. That's why, when this guy was arrested, what's his name? Charles Twine, who works for security organs within Uganda. I said, hey, this man deserves due process, regardless of the accusations and allegations. He deserves to be handled in a way that manifests the due process, period. And that's why we say, free our brother. And if you're not going to do this, please, can you make sure that you follow due process? Now, isn't it funny that even a mere saying of these words, I'm looked at as an enemy of the state? Come on. Anyways, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at a conversation that went down on NBS's Frontline. Sorry, no, not Frontline. NBS's Morning Breeze. Simon Njala once again hosted Joel Ssenyonyi, the leader of the opposition in the Ugandan parliament and the spokesperson for the National Unity Platform. Wonderful conversation, very level-headed, very smart, very intelligent, very sharp. He speaks with a lot of candor and confidence. And again, as you know, Simon Njala, being Simon Njala, in simple terms you could say, he was put in his place. And I love that gentleman. Hey, I'm a big fan of Simon Njala. I really enjoyed my time when I was on NBS and he was there. A wonderful gentleman, very, very, very good. But hey, you either own or get owned. And in this situation, he was owned. Let's go on and watch what went down.
Who have been loyal to the party, they have served and so on, then there's new entrants and all of that. It becomes chaotic. And I think the state was deliberate to create this confusion, really. That's why they did the demarcation in areas where we, at least as per the results they released, have got a lot of support and many leaders, because they didn't do it elsewhere. No, they didn't. They did it here. So that was the intention, create confusion and so on, maybe have many independents, but we'll pull through this. Yeah, so that's the genesis.
Yes, but at the core of this are allegations of bribery. Money exchanged hands for a ticket.
Money exchanged hands for the ticket, for a ticket.
Have you gotten to the heart of this? Or maybe an attempt to
nice looking studio.
Investigate.
We have seen many of these allegations. What's surprising is that they're mostly on social media. So I have seen, there's an interesting young fellow I saw who said that...
I'm sorry for cutting him short here, and rightly so. Look, could there be cases of bribery or corruption within the NUP? Absolutely. But if you really want to accuse some folks within NUP, one thing you do is you open up cases against them. You don't just go on social media and shout, because, like, let me show you the nebulous language they use, and it's going to expose them. See, listen here.
I gave my money to somebody who is close to the leaders of the party, and this person promised that your flag is secured. So I saw the journalist asking him, who is that person? He said, no, I will not name the person. How much did you give them? I will not tell you, but there is a person. Two things. One, this person, of course, could be fabricating this because he has not gotten a flag, so he wants to say, well, this is the reason I didn't get the flag. So it could be fabricated. But let's assume it's true, because it could be true. When you go to many...
Before he actually addresses that second point, whether it's true. Look, there's the nebulous they usually talk about. I would really want to see some confident folks within, more especially who claim that they've been pushed out of the NUP, who complain about the process, the vetting process, to really name and shame. Hey, my name is Mordecai Marisa. I gave 1 billion shillings or dollars to Alex Waiswa Mufumbido, to Joel Ssenyonyi, to Bobby Wine, or to David Louis Lubongoya. And once that accusation is made, it won't actually be now accusations, it will be just truth, you telling your truth. And then you can drag them to the courts of law and you demand to be given back your money, to be compensated. But these folks, they usually refer to the nebulous they. Naba was sentenced, I gave them. Who is this nebulous them? It's vague language. And once you use vague language, then nobody's going to trust you. That's how it works. Simple. Name and shame. This is the amount of money I gave to so and so, and you'll be absolved. But the moment you continue alleging without putting faces and names on your allegations, it only remains bad street conversations.
It is where there's a lot of activity. There'll always be people who will pretend to be middlemen. I'm sure you do have some here as well. Hopefully you get...
Look, do not think that, I'm here carrying water for the NUP and trying to say, hey, all these folks at the NUP are holy. No. What I'm trying to say is if you're going to come out and accuse them, then you should have receipt
to catch them and deal
or receipts.
with them. Who will say, for me, you give me some money. I'll make sure, if you're an artist, I'll make sure you get to appear on, what do you call your show? After 5? I'll make sure you'll feature on this show, that kind of thing. And it could just be a scammer around. That happens. So even with our party, there's people, for example, who...
You're infiltrated. Did you hear that? He tries to push it in a way to create some sort of a gotcha moment. You're infiltrated. The point this gentleman is trying to say is there could be some folks who are playing the middleman job. It's not that they are within the NUP, but you got scammers all over the place.
For example, I've come here. Then somebody will ask me for a picture and whatever, and so on.
That's not infiltration.
This
is scamming.
So I'm saying, assuming actually money was taken from this person, it could be a scammer who will show him, you see me, I have a picture with Bobby Wine. I have a picture with Ssenyonyi and these other leaders. You give me money, I'll make sure you get the flag.
For example, I may give an example. I've had an opportunity of interviewing all party leadership. Bobby Wine, Joel Ssenyonyi, Alex Mfumbiro, David Louis Lubongoya. I could use my platform and be like, hey, my name is Mordecai Murisa. I can actually help you get a card. What you do is give me some 20 million shillings. I'll speak to Bobby Wine. And once you give me that money, because I have a billion photos with Bobby Wine, you go on and say, they stole my money. They took my money. I gave somebody 20 million shillings. Hey, you gave me the money. I never took it to Bobby Wine. There should be. I don't know whether these folks actually pay attention to that's actually a possibility. It has been done. It is some sort of a culture in Uganda. Why is it usually ignored? I know why. Because it doesn't sell papers or news.
So you find that this person is just a scammer and they'll take your money. But here is what's most instructive.
Yep, there.
Are you following? This is what's most instructive. For me, somebody who wants to become a leader and you are giving somebody money to get you our flag. Listen, Simon, let me finish this because it's very instructive. You are vying to become a leader, but you want to bribe your way. Whether it be a scammer, whether it be whatever the case might be, I'm actually glad you did not get the party flag.
I mean, there's no way of driving this point home like the way he says it. I mean, he's so good at this. He deserves to be the party spokesperson. Let's give the benefit of the doubt to these folks who are giving out money to party leaders, let's say, or folks, officials within the NUP. I mean, if you're so confident to allege that you gave somebody money to get a party ticket, that should dismiss you from the rest. Imagine if I were making an argument that, you know what, I actually did not kill that person. The people who killed are so and so. I was just part of the people who planned. I didn't participate in the action of murdering so and so. It is I was part of the meeting that came up with a plot on how to do it, but I didn't participate. I mean, mere admission of you having sat in a meeting that orchestrated the attack and the unaliving of that individual should get you in prison. It is so funny that we are so quick to shift our blame, to put our blame on the person who received this money, but not the person who gave that money. It takes, tango, dancing tango, it takes two to tango. If you're blaming corruption, it is so funny, isn't it funny that I haven't seen any host saying, hey, well, you claim that, you gave out money to so-and-so, but don't you think that, what you did was actually committing a crime? And you need to, avail yourself to the authority so that you answer questions of corruption because it is illegal to give out bribes. No. It is, who received? Who was on the receiving end? So-and-so received this amount of money. That person should be blamed. How about this person who came up with that idea? It is like we usually blame sex workers. Oh, it is immoral. It should be illegal. It is unethical. Okay, we blame those folks. But how about men who buy them? Because sex workers do not actually, what's the best way of phrasing this? They don't have sex with themselves. They sell their bodies to some people. So before we blame them, how about we start with those who buy them? Easy.
Because you're a thug. You're a problem waiting to happen. You're a transaction.
You are a thug. I'm glad he makes this point. Say it again one more time.
Did not get the party flag. Because you're a thug.
You are a thug.
Problem waiting to happen. You're
exactly.
a transactional leader. What
Brilliant.
do you think this person will do when they get to office? If you are, and you're confident about you saying, me, I paid my money to somebody. Now, why have I not gotten my flag? I'm actually glad
have
you didn't get the flag.
The grievances of people like...
Isn't it funny that Simon completely ignores the point Joel Ssenyonyi is trying to make, that, hey, imagine hosting somebody and, you know, these people are confident to say, hey, I gave out bribes, and he seems like he doesn't even care about this point.
Mayor Mutebi, who came out and said, I was approached and declined to give money. It must have contributed to my loss of the party card.
So I first saw that story when he was at his new party headquarters. Why did he not bring it out earlier? If he is genuine about it, why not earlier? Why, after you have actually failed to get the flag, you have now crossed over, you are at a new home, and you are saying these things at your new home? Why did he not?
It's called opportunism. Opportunism.
Raise them earlier? Could it be that maybe he's like, you know how jilted lovers behave? Or if it is true, he was also trying to transact his way.
Jilted lovers, that's how they behave. I mean, there's a very funny phrase. How does it go? Hell has no fury like a scorned woman.
Back to office.
Then
he's a bad leader.
Aren't you simply being dismissive of some of the grand accusations?
You know, every point he raises, it is dismantled, right, or eviscerated. Now it's like, aren't you just being dismissive?
The party that are casting the party in bad light. Take, for instance, by now, you would assume that a special probe is underway, maybe to investigate some of the claims, because they're all over the place.
Simon, you know some English. So when you use the word grand, I want you to attach some specificity. No, you've talked about grand cases. Like which one?
I like it. I had not paid attention to that. When you say, you know, all these grand, mega, gigantic, that language is super sensational. Grand. What did he say?
When you
assume that a special probe is underway, maybe to investigate some of the claims, because they're all over the place.
Simon, you know some English. So when you use the word grand, I want you to attach some specificity. No, you've talked about grand cases. Like which one?
You've heard from the guy from Nansana. Quite a number of councillors in Nansana are disgruntled because...
Talk to me about a grand claim. What you're calling a grand example.
Would you treat them as light?
No. You see, you have, for example, pointed out the issue of Mayor Mutebi.
Mayor Mutebi.
And I have explained it.
I've
Let's
had
go
a chat
slowly, Simon.
Is good getting owned right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going down. Listen here. Woo!
Because I want you to, whatever you're calling grand,
yes, I
want you to bring out case by case and I'll deal with it. I've dealt with the one of Mayor Mutebi. I've told you, we first heard that story when he was being received at his new party home. Why did he not bring that issue to our attention before? Why is he raising it now that he has not gotten the flag?
How much interest
but also,
garnered for you?
So, if, and I'm saying, if it is true that Mayor Mutebi was being transactional to try and make his way back to office, then there's a problem for such a person as a leader.
Now let's go to the grand allegations you mentioned.
No,
so as far as I'm concerned,
he was approached by self-seekers.
Yeah, so why did he not raise that issue that when he was still with us? Why you first failed to get the party flag, you cross over to a new party, now you're at your new party headquarters, and that's his right really. But you're at your new party offices, That's when you were saying that, why did he not bring that issue to our attention when he was still with us? So what do you want us to do in that case? He has just said somebody approached me, has not mentioned who, where, and so on. But also, you were with us. Why did you not raise that issue when we were still together in our home?
Mugambe.
Either you are telling a lie, or you also have a problem as a leader. So bring other examples.
Mugambe.
I'll deal with all the examples, whatever you're
Mugambe.
calling grand. What's the issue?
Mugambe comes out and says he was unfairly ejected from the process.
I want us to first deal with what you're calling corruption. Then we can deal with the unfair.
He mentioned grand. He's running away from his rhetoric. Grand corruption, grand bribery, grand, gigantic, huge, ginormous. Okay, tell us.
Ones, what you're calling unfair. So give me other examples of what you're talking about, corruption. Because I've been seeing you talk about it all over talk shows. There's been corruption and so on.
No,
bring
listen,
the examples. I am now here. You bring.
My God. This confidence of Joel Ssenyonyi, like he's like, I'm now here. Bring out those allegations. He's confident, restrained, and it's like he's not even bothered. I mean, you gotta be ready if you're gonna host Joel Ssenyonyi.
You've seen or watched the several videos that are making rounds on social media.
For example,
there is...
Imagine, even on social media. And then the media house should actually investigate, especially if you're gonna host a party spokesperson. You don't be like, hey, I had these issues on social media. You should have made a follow-up if you're going to ask these questions to this man when he's hosted.
A contestant in Nansana who was bidding for the mayoral seat and he was denied the ticket. He came out and said, I paid my 10 million.
who is that?
We've had the case of...
on social media. They were like, who is that? Please tell us. Don't jump onto another one.
Who is that?
Kasaga as well. We've had several others.
Simon,
Kasaga didn't say that. Motive Kasaga? I don't think so.
which contestant are you saying said they paid 10 million and to who?
Chizito, if I could check my records right.
Now he's just coming up with names. Chizito.
I thought you did your research before coming for this.
No, I did.
So you tell me, who is the contestant who you're saying paid 10 million and to who?
It's a sight to behold. Hey, I love chef's kiss. I love this kind of stuff. Inject more in my veins.
An assistant to one of the seniors in the party.
Who paid the 10 million? They don't have a name?
I'll get you the name in a few.
Like I said, please inject this in my veins. You don't have the name? Oh, I'll get the name.
You should have done that before
No,
I came to the show.
listen.
He even laughs because he knows he's on him. This is a celebratory kind of laughter. Hey, I just eviscerated your talking point.
Okay,
Simon, you
want
had time to prepare for the show.
Do you want to suggest that?
And then he goes on to say, hey, listen to what he says.
Okay,
Simon, you had time to prepare.
You had time to prepare for the show. Now he's asking him, did you do your prep?
For the show.
Do you want to suggest that all these allegations are just mere allegations and very unfounded?
That's not actually what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, you as a media house, you have been, drumming this, beating this drum for over weeks now. Do you have any substantial evidence to these claims? I may not dismiss them. The party might have some workings within the party that are trying to follow up and stuff like that. But you as a media house, you're calling me and you're questioning me.
I want to deal with every allegation. That's why
I'm saying. You as a media house, you're bringing out allegations. So let's deal with this first before I tell you the inner workings of the party.
I'm here.
Let's deal with the Mugambe.
Raise the allegations. No. Before we go to what you're calling
He's trying to run away from the point he was trying to make now,
unfairness. Because you have made several claims here and previously that there's been corruption and so on. I am here. Are you afraid of me or what? You tell me the case.
I'm not afraid.
I am here. Are you afraid of me? No, I'm not afraid of you. Yes, I am, but I won't say. Of course, I'm not afraid in some sort of, he fears even his shadow. No. In regards to logical debates, especially here. Are you afraid
what you're calling unfairness? Because you have made several claims here and previously that there's been corruption and so on. I am here. Are you afraid of me or what?
I am here. You're afraid of me.
You tell me the
No,
cases.
I'm not afraid of you.
So you have.
I'm afraid of you. Yes, I am afraid of you. Right now, you just eviscerated my points. I don't know what to say. Yeah, but I'm going to pretend like I'm not afraid. No, I am not afraid of you.
I've said that there's a contestant in Nansana who paid 10 million shillings to get a flag.
Yes.
Tell me the name and who they paid money to.
Just give
Oh my God, you're going to wait forever.
me a second. I'll do that
Just
in
give
just
me
a
a
second.
I think a second is gone already.
I am here. I'll wait.
Because for starters, it's
Metaphorically or literally. A second?
making rounds all over social media.
Okay, let's deal with what you know, Simon. You see, I've told you before.
No, it's-
Let's deal with what you know. Do you know, that's a loaded statement. It says, now that I've dismantled your ignorance, let's have a conversation about things you have an idea about.
It's not about what I know, but it's an allegation where we thought as a
It's so funny. You can't say it's an allegation. You don't even have this person that's alleging.
party, you would come out in the name of accountability.
But you see, you can't
to
even tell
clear
me who.
the air. Hold on. It should be coming. It should be on the way.
Simon, this show
It
has
should be on
just
the
an
way.
hour.
No, I know.
I'm going to
but-
spend all the time looking for I don't know what.
Okay. Assuming I don't.
Ah, gosh. He's failed. He cannot find his allegations, the proof. You know. Okay. Are you assure me? Come on. Look at him. You know, and I can guarantee you he wasn't looking for anything on his phone. Zero. I can guarantee. Look at him.
I'm going to spend all the time looking for I don't know what.
Okay.
Okay. What happened to your evidence?
Assuming I don't have evidence now, and it should be coming in a few.
Now let's have some sort of a hypothetical assumption conversation.
Have you had allegations of bribery by the vetting team?
There's been many people.
Now, let me tell you before you even goes there. Let me show you what assumption does. It says assuming, okay? Let me write here the word assume. Assume. When we go into the conversation of assuming, we make an ass of you and me. That's assume. If we're going to have conversations about assumptions, we're making an ass of you and me. Because he's not been able to provide evidence, now let's make an ass of you and me. That's the conversation. That's what happens now.
And like I've told you, I've seen people on social media making allegations. I paid money. I was asked for money and so on. And we have said our party leader instituted a team, which is still in operation to date, saying anyone who is saying I was asked for money or I paid so and so money, whatever the case might be, please come through. When you just speak on social media, you're not helping the situation.
Exactly.
Because we want you to bring evidence to us, bring information to us, blame us for not taking action.
Yep.
But you can't go on social media because you didn't get a party flag. You were 10 of you and only one person could get the flag. So now, one person got the flag. Those who didn't get the flag, they are saying, you see, there was corruption, there was what? Bring information to
Are they
us.
simply sour graping?
It's possible without evidence. That's what it is.
Yep.
But at least bring information to us. I would want somebody who will be interviewed by you or whoever to say, I took information of whichever form to NUP leaders and they didn't take action. There you will blame me. But now, of course, yes, we're also doing our digging up when we hear things. But we are saying, you help us. Now that you are making an accusation, if you are interested in action being taken, why don't you bring the information? They are not bringing. What do you want us to do?
Grievances of the Nansana mayor, haven't you?
Okay. I think Simon Kagwanja, you shouldn't give up already, switch to a different topic. I mean, all these are allegations that really do not have evidence at all. Now he's switching to Nansana mayor.
Been too many grievances by people who have not gotten the flag.
How best would the party get to the bottom of the complaints that have been raised? Because it seems to cast the party in a very shady light.
You see, like I've told you, when somebody is jilted, they will be angry.
Exactly.
They will say whatever it is that they have got to say. And yeah, that's what happens when people make losses, when people are angry, and so on. Yeah, that's why when you use the example of Mayor Mutebi, I'm saying, surely, if you are a leader at that level, and you have information to that effect, you fail to bring it to our attention when you are still with us. When you don't get the flag, that's when you are now saying there was corruption involved, and you're saying it at your new home. Why didn't you bring it? Okay, even though now you're at a new home, we are saying our doors are still open for you to bring information. Why don't you bring it? Because now he's just saying, you know, the process was marred with corruption. Surely, what do we do with such a statement? Because we are not saying that even though he has now crossed to a new home, he cannot give us information. We are open to receive information from anyone, including NRM people, if you have that information. Bring it, and then blame us for not taking action. We are not perfect, dealing with perfect human beings. And that's why I have told
Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming down.
you that yes, there are some scammers who could have been involved. People who either come around the party headquarters, people who...
So there is a possibility that the
process
process was manipulated, right?
Oh my God.
headquarters, people who...
So there is a
So there's a possibility.
possibility that
listen.
the process was manipulated,
The
right?
process was manipulated. I mean, he's not even listening to what Ssenyonyi is saying. But I like it. Do you know why what he's doing? He's playing devil's advocate. This is how he keeps me glued on TV. This is how he helps me make my show, by playing this character. But I like it when he gets owned. It sounds like music to my ears.
You give me those examples because you have failed. I've given...
Mic drop.
Jimmy Kwan.
Give me those examples because you have failed. And you can make these things up, but I really enjoy them, like I told you. What do you think? Go and write in the comment section about this wonderful conversation. Oh, I enjoyed this one. I really did. My name is Mordecai Murisa, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Make sure that you do subscribe to help us hit the 20,000 subscribers mark before the end of this month. Not actually before the end, in few days. Can we do it? I believe we can. See you when you see me. Okay? Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.